As if today wasn't getting crazy enough, as if the past couple of days have not been crazy already, and as if this year's NFL free agency is slated to be one of the craziest free agencies we've seen in recent memory, we got some absolutely breaking news that is going to crush the hearts of Seattle Seahawks fans. Now, real quick, I wanted to let you guys know that I have a Discord community. Yes, if you click the link in the description down below, you'll get a link to my Discord where you can chat with me and other members of Mike Mafia. It's a great way to suggest content ideas and to make fun of me for incorrectly predicting that Aaron Rodgers would join the Denver Broncos. In addition to that, we're giving away a subscriber that turns on our notifications $500. We're giving away another $500 to a follower of ours on Instagram, and we posted 3 TikToks today. Now that we got all that out of the way, break! Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's going on, everybody? One of the most interesting facets of the NFL is oftentimes you are forced to release really good players for the sake of your team's salary cap situation. And you don't typically see stuff like this in the NBA. In the NBA, you won't see a player get cut from the roster, whether the team is rebuilding or not, when they are clearly still performing very, very well. And in the NFL, a very good example of this is Amari Cooper is probably going to get released soon as a result of the Dallas Cowboys' current salary cap issues. Although, yes, they did recently restructure the contracts of Zach Martin and Dak Prescott. The assumption is so they could franchise tag Dalton Schultz. But today, we got a bunch of news in regards to the Seattle Seahawks. And the biggest piece of news that we got was the Seattle Seahawks were able to trade Russell Wilson for an absolute boatload of draft picks. As a matter of fact, I said in my Russell Wilson video, which, by the way, I don't think a lot of you guys know, we made a video on the Russell Wilson trade. We've uploaded way too much over the past 24 hours. So as a result of that, you guys may have not gotten a notification. We uploaded one like 4 hours ago if you missed that. But one thing that I said in my Russell Wilson video is I really wish I knew what picks were being traded in the Russell Wilson trade. Now we found out that the Denver Broncos are trading the number 9 pick in the 2022 NFL draft, in addition to the 40th pick in the 2022 NFL draft, in addition to 2023 first and second round picks and their 5th round pick for Seattle's 4th round pick in 2022. Now, the importance of this is now Denver is going to take a $24 million cap hit as a result of Russell Wilson, and Seattle is without a doubt in the beginning of a rebuild. And although I'm predicting it to be a smooth rebuild, especially if they happen to package all these picks and trade for Deshaun Watson, which would cause me to scream at the top of my lungs, by the way, it seems like the Seattle Seahawks have made their intentions clear, because today they announced right now that they are releasing one of the faces of their franchise for the past decade. And if you're a Seahawks fan, man, this one's gonna hurt, because according to Adam Schefter, the Seattle Seahawks have informed 8-time All-Pro and Pro Bowl linebacker Bobby Wagner, a franchise icon, that they are releasing him per source. Wagner arrived in Seattle on the same 2012 day as Russell Wilson and now leaves the same day too, an end of an era in Seattle. Now, there's a lot more to cover on this, because you might be wondering why on earth would they do this. It's not like the Seattle Seahawks are struggling with the salary cap situation. Obviously, at some point or another, they're gonna have to pay DK Metcalf. I'm assuming they're gonna search for a trade for Tyler Lockett, and they do have Jamal Adams on the books, which, speaking of Jamal Adams,
I'm the best in the nation.
Okay, I promise I'll stop doing that. Okay, no. One more.
I'm the best in the nation. 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 I'm the best in the nation.
Now, currently, Seattle's salary cap situation is pretty freaking good. Before the Russell Wilson trade, they had $33 million in salary cap space. I'm assuming they are still hovering around that mark. By releasing Bobby Wagner, they saved $16.6 million against its cap. By releasing the perennial all-pro linebacker, and he'll be allowed to sign with another team before free agency begins next week. If you ask me, I feel like the Seattle Seahawks are more focused on doing right by a player that has helped them significantly over the past decade. I mean, you can make an argument that Bobby Wagner was the best middle linebacker of the past decade, and I'm not trying to be bold or anything. When you just look at his list of accolades, I'm sure you'll agree with me. We're talking about a guy that's won a Super Bowl, is a Super Bowl champion, is a 6-time first-team All-Pro, a 2-time second-team All-Pro, an 8-time Pro Bowler, and led the NFL in tackles twice over the past year. Now, you might be wondering, Mike, how old is he? How much does he have left in the tank? This man is 31 years old, and guess what year he had the most combined tackles in his entire career? Last year, 170 combined tackles for the man. This is a man that still has a lot left in the tank. The question is, what is Bobby Wagner seeking on the open market? Is this a situation where he wants to get paid significantly more and get one last big contract before calling it a career? Or is he willing to take a pay cut possibly? Could he want to follow Russell Wilson to the Denver Broncos? Hey, maybe Von Miller, he's been flirting with the Denver Broncos a decent amount as well. Maybe both of them take a little bit less money to join the Denver Broncos and team up with Russell Wilson. That offense is already looking pretty damn sweet, so maybe getting some additional pieces to that defense, which, by the way, is already looking pretty freaking good if you ask me, with Bradley Chubb, Justin Simmons, Kareem Jackson, Patrick Surtain, Ronald Darby, Kyle Fuller. I mean, this defense looks absolutely insane. Could you just imagine adding Von Miller and Bradley Chubb to this unit and having Russell Wilson captain the offense, and then you add Nathaniel Hackett as your head coach, who Aaron Rodgers was absolutely in love with, and this was the basis of why I thought Aaron Rodgers was going to go to the Denver Broncos, by the way. And then finally, you have Javonte Williams, who had a pretty good rookie year, and Melvin Gordon, who is rumored to want to return to the Denver Broncos. Now, I'm not saying that this team is a bona fide Super Bowl contender, although I may have prematurely placed a $100 bet to win $2,200 before all this happened, mainly because I was so sure that Aaron Rodgers was going to go to the Denver Broncos, which honestly, in hindsight, it doesn't look like a bad bet anymore, but still, this is a team that is going to be in a very competitive division. Don't get it twisted. Russell Wilson goes from the most competitive division in the NFC to the most competitive division in the AFC. He has to face off against Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, and Derek Carr twice a year. Now, whether Bobby Wagner would want to follow him there, this is just a dream scenario I'm creating in my head. There are multiple teams that will be seeking his services because without a doubt, he is the best defensive player that is now on the market. Ultimately, credit to the Seattle Seahawks for doing right by Bobby Wagner. I don't really know why they would want the additional cap space. I don't know if it's a situation where the owner just doesn't want to pay as much money for a team that clearly isn't going to contend. I don't know if it's a situation where they don't want Bobby Wagner on a team that isn't going to contend either. Maybe these are reps that could go towards another player. Maybe they can uncover another gem. Who knows what the future is going to look like for the Seattle Seahawks. There's a lot of pathways that they could take to this rebuild, and I know a lot of Seahawks fans are feeling pessimistic because their general manager hasn't really hit on a draft pick in quite some time, but the future is looking really bright, and honestly, I view the NFL draft as a complete crapshoot, and he has a couple of extra darts to throw at the dartboard to try to get a couple of pieces in order to get the Seattle Seahawks into contention again sooner rather than later. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about the release of Bobby Wagner. What do you think this means for the rest of the NFL? I apologize if I come off as a little bit exhausted in this video. This is my 6th video of the day, so if you watched all of the videos, all of the TikToks, including the videos that we made on this channel and on Flight Mike and on my Mikerophone TikTok page, let me know in the comment section down below so I can show you some love, man. Aside from that, I'm your boy Mike, and I'm dropping our mic until our next upload.